do you have anything you want to say first?
Yeah, the first half was pretty good, and the second half, we really struggled. Their physicality affected us. They broke us down a lot defensively, and it broke down our offense too. So there were a lot of positives in the first half, and the second half was disappointing. But we got a chance to practice tomorrow night, and we'll work on some of these things, and we'll get ready for the next one.
Great, thanks. Mark, you'll have the first question.
Rick, I'm sure you'd be the first to say there are going to be things that you want to work on between now and Tuesday and now in your first game on Friday. But given the length of the layoff and the restrictive nature of what players could do during the layoff, how pleased have you been about how sharp you've looked at long stretches in these first couple of games?
I think we could do a lot better. I'm pleased. I liked our first half tonight. The pace was good. The ball moved. And in the second half, Indiana picked up their physicality, and it was a factor. And so we've got to do better in those situations. Our training camp has been very good. And I agree, we've had a lot of very good stretches. So, but I just I'm looking at things probably a little bit differently than most people watching from afar, and so I just see a lot of areas where we can still get better.
Okay, great. Saad?
Hey, Rick, you alluded to some of the defensive struggles. Do you attribute that just to the fact that this is a preseason scrimmage type atmosphere, and a lot of guys have said defense is more about, going all out in effort and stuff, or how do you attribute the defensive struggles to?
We just didn't play well defensively in the second half. First half, we were we gave up 63 in the first half, so you really can't get too excited about that, or 64, whatever it was. Again, we can score. We know we can score, but we've got to make sure we have the same kind of emphasis toward getting better defensively. And so, look, that's where we'll put our energy tomorrow. These are scrimmages / exhibition games, and they don't count, but they're opportunities for us. And regular games are less than a week away, and so we've got to make the most of what we're doing, and and keep going for daily improvement. That's really important.
Okay, up next is Dwayne.
Rick, what adjustments did you guys have to make with KP unable to play today?
Well, we just, really it took Maxey out of playing any four, and really Boban and Maxey alternated at the five until, the last 9 or 10 minutes of the game when, Antonius Cleveland basically was our undersized five-man. But, look, Porzingis would have helped us defensively. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But, you're given a certain set of circumstances, and you always want to do your best. And, I just thought we could have done a lot better in the second half, and so we'll just keep working.
Okay, our final question will be from Brad, who's there in the room with you.
Yeah, just following up on that. You only had 3 of these exhibition games to work with, and you probably had plans for each game. How much of a setback was it just to find out, pretty shortly before, less than a day before the game, that, Porzingis wasn't going to be able to play, albeit an innocent mistake?
Yeah, it's all right. Look, we'll deal with it. We're fortunate. It's just a one-day thing. Some teams are resting their star players and not even playing them in some of these games. So, we'll have a good practice tomorrow with KP, and we'll get back to it. Again, this situation was just one where he just took his eye off the ball a little bit, just in terms of the day-to-day protocols and procedures. It's a learning thing for all of us. And it can be challenging on off days to keep track of the schedule. I almost missed testing on our first off day. And I was lucky I was able to get tested, a little bit before 9 p.m. before they were closing up. It's an innocent mistake, but it's significant, and so we've got everybody either paired up or tripled up to remind each other to test every day. And it's also a little bit challenging because the testing times vary all the time. You may have testing at 10 a.m., you may have it at 1 p.m., you may have it at 5. Some nights you come back from practice, you may have it at 6:30. And we just got to constantly be aware. Thank you.
Thanks, Rick.